you often find that in your hectic life, the very first thing to go is your sleep? I'm Shannon Clark and I'm with legsbumsandtums.com. One thing that most women overlook that has a huge influence on their success is their sleep. You spend a lot of time worrying about your diet, calculating your calories, figuring out how much protein you need, and on. And you also spend a lot of time figuring out the perfect workout to be doing in the gym. But very rarely do you stop and think about what's gonna happen if I only get 6 hours of sleep tonight versus say 8. Sleep is a huge factor of success, something that you need to not overlook. Sleep impacts almost everything that you're doing, from everything in the gym to everything with your diet to just how you feel on a daily basis. There's one thing that most women need more of, it's sleep. Today we're gonna look at some of the biggest reasons why sleep is so important to success so you can start putting it on a higher priority level. The first reason you need to be getting more sleep is because of food cravings. If you've ever noticed on a night when you don't get enough sleep, say you're tossing and turning or you don't get to bed till 2 or 3 in the morning and you have an early morning workout at 6, chances are that day you cannot stop thinking about food. All day long you want pasta, you want bread, you want cookies, you want cake, you want candy, you want everything in sight. You're just hungry. Your body, what it's doing there is it's sensing how tired you are and it's trying to fill yourself with energy from food, and it knows that carbs are the fastest source of energy, so it's craving carbs. That's why you're getting these cravings for these really, really sugary items, and it seems like the more you eat of those sugary items, the more you want. Your body's just on this really dangerous cycle where it's just wanting more and more energy. Sleep is very important to controlling this. The second reason why sleep is so important is because when you sleep is the time when your body is gonna start really going into repair mode from all the workouts that you've done that day. If you aren't sleeping enough at night, you're not going to be repairing your muscles as well as you should be, which means you could be going into the gym the next day and just breaking them down further and further. If you go into a workout with a body that isn't recovered, you're actually just getting weaker rather than getting stronger. And if you do this, say 5 or 6 days in a row because you have a particularly busy week and you just aren't prioritizing sleep, that could actually move you into the overtraining mode. And as soon as you get into overtraining, then you run into a whole bunch of other problems, like you're just not going to be doing very well performance in your workouts. You're going to be losing your appetite. You could start gaining weight because of it. You could start becoming very irritable, and on it goes. So sleep is something that's critical to preventing overtraining. The third reason why you need to be sleeping is because sleep actually also influences your insulin sensitivity. And this is a really hot topic right now because insulin sensitivity is really closely connected with diabetes. Those who have poor insulin sensitivity are going to be at a much higher risk for diabetes because what happens is when their body releases this insulin, it's not as responsive to it. So the body keeps pumping out this insulin and it's just working overtime to try and control your blood sugar levels. And meanwhile, it's going to get burnt out, and then that's when diabetes happens. And if you aren't sleeping enough, you're kind of just making this process happen in fast forward. So sleeping helps to reverse that, to help give you better insulin sensitivity, and that also increases the chances that you stay leaner as you diet, because the more sensitive you are to the insulin, the better you're going to deal with carbohydrates you eat. So it's kind of like an ongoing cycle with everything being related, and it all goes back to sleep. The final reason why you need to be getting more sleep is just because of your metabolism. A lot of women, they always come to me and they're like, what can I do to boost my metabolism? And they're looking for exercise tips, or they're looking for some secret they can do in their diet, when perhaps the biggest secret is that they can just turn off David Letterman and go to bed earlier. If you're staying up too late at night to watch late night TV, that is influencing your metabolic rate. Your metabolism is not going to be running as fast the next day. You're not going to be burning as many calories. You're not going to make as much progress towards your weight loss goals. So if you want a faster metabolism, get some sleep. It'll serve you well. So I'm Shannon Clark from legsbumsandtums.com, and make sure you check our site regularly for more great tips and really helpful secrets on how you can achieve your weight loss goals.